Do you think the baby will be scared on the plane ride?
I think he's gonna love it, don't worry.
If I didn't worry, I'd hardly qualify as a grandmother.
Come on.
Have a lovely time, darling.
All right. Thank you.
It's San Francisco. It's not Frisco. Nobody who lives there calls it Frisco.
I'm not going to live there. I'm just gonna go visit Sally Price for a few days. If you want to use the guest house while I'm gone, you're welcome to.
I have a room of my own. What do I want with the guest house?
You and Alexandra certainly knew what to do with it last time I was gone.
Yeah. Things aren't going so great in that department.
Anything you want to talk about?
No, I don't think so. Well, maybe one thing. Why are women always trying to run men's lives? Huh? Why are they so pushy?
I don't know.
What's so funny?
You sound just like Jeff.
How should I make this out, Elaine?
The Save the Whales Committee.
Just once. I wish you'd come over here to see me without your tambourine.
It's a good cause, Kate.
I know. You never met a whale you didn't like. Excuse me. Hello?
Mrs. Lawrence?
Yes?
Mrs. Lawrence, this is Selena McGee.
Hello, Selena.
You remember me?
Of course I do. How are you?
I'm fine.
Willie's at work.
Well, I didn't call to talk to him. I mean, well, my baby's running a fever, and I'm not sure if it's serious. And, well, I was driving through Pasadena, and I thought maybe you could suggest a doctor or something.
Where are you now?
I'm at a gas station at El Molino and Green, not far from your house.
I think you better come over.
I will, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Trouble?
I hope not.
If I'm prying, tell me I'm prying.
You're prying.
So fill me in. Who was it?
It's a girl named Selena McGee, a friend of Willie's. I think you might have met her.
I think so, from up north somewhere. The one Willie fell in love with.
That's the one. She's on her way over here. I say I don't quite know what to make of it. She says she thinks her baby's ill.
Oh. She was pregnant when she left here, wasn't she?
No, Elaine. She was pregnant when she got here. Willie's not the father. Now, let's you and I talk about, saving the whales. Put her down in here. The doctor said the cough medicine would make her drowsy.
Thank you for calling, and I feel so much better about things. Of course.
Jenny's beautiful, Selena.
Thank you. You look well. And from those pictures, so does Willie.
He's fine. Of course, a lot has happened to him since you saw him last. He took his high school proficiency exam and passed. And he has a new job with a portrait photographer.
Oh, that's good. I've got a job, too. I haven't started yet, but I'm going to.
Here in Pasadena? Not at that health food place again.
No. Some friends of mine have a craft center in Venice. They make pottery and macrame and jewelry, you know. Anyway, it's a sort of a cooperative, and they told me to come there and work for them and live there.
I see.
Well, they're really very nice people. Well, that's where I was heading when Jenny got so cranky, and I wasn't so far from here, so
I'm glad you called.
I guess when she wakes up, I'll move on.
Selena, I can't believe you don't want to see Willie.
Oh, I want to see him very much. But maybe he doesn't want to see me.
Are you fishing, Selena? I'm sure he'll be happy to see you. Anything else you want to find out, you'll have to ask him.
You're terrific. You know, I've thought about you a lot, Mrs. Lawrence.
I've thought about you, too. If Jenny's temperature doesn't go down, I don't think you should start traveling again.
Yeah. Maybe I should just find a place and park the bus.
The bus?
My minibus. It's really great. She's got her own cradle and everything.
My daughter Nancy's been living here. In the guest house. Oh, dear. You don't know about that, do you? She's divorced.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope she's okay.
She's fine. She's away for a few days. It might be better for Jenny if you were to move into the guest house till she gets back.
Oh, I don't think that would be right.
It's there if you want it.
Well, thank you. Do you think that would be all right with Willie? I mean...
Oh, I'm sure Willie will be very surprised to see you. And I think he'll be glad.
Here you go. 18 peaches and 1 thumb, sliced paper thin.
Oh, Willie.
Oh, don't worry about it. A stitch here and a stitch there, and the peaches will look just like new. I'll pick you up about 8, okay?
Willie, I'm sorry, I can't make it tonight.
You what? No, wait a second. This is a Paul Simon concert we're talking about, and you know how hard it was for me to get those tickets.
I know, but I've got to go to the yacht club.
Why? The cakes are finished. You can deliver them this afternoon.
Willie, I am sorry, but this is the most important job I've catered. And I want to be there to see how it goes.
Oh, well, where the hell does that leave me, huh? Alex?
You could go with me.
No, not a chance.
Willie, please, my business is important to me.
Yeah, that's right. Your business is important to you. And your education is important to you. And the state of the world's important to you. And the only thing that isn't important to you, Alex, is me.
Willie, that isn't true and you know it. Look, if I can get Liz's brother to help her handle the party, I'll go to the concert with you, okay?
Hey, don't do me any favors, Alex.
That really isn't fair.
Okay. Okay. Huh? Come here.
Mom, could you get me a piece of cake and a glass of milk, please?
Anything else, Your Majesty?
She's in the kitchen fixing baby bottles.
Selena won't bite you, buddy.
I may bite her. I don't like her. I never did.
She's only staying here for a few days. During that time, I want you to watch yourself.
Maybe I could stay at Audrey Fiver's until she leaves.
Buddy, I have no time for this conversation. I have to meet your father. Selena's a guest here. I want her treated as a guest.
The guests get treated a whale of a lot better than the people who live here. In fact, I bet whales get treated even better.
Not according to Elaine Hogan. Remember what I told you, Tizzy Lish. I'll see you later.
Hunger can wreck a person's principles.
I thought you gave them $25 last month.
That was Save the Seals. This is Save the Whales.
Well, I hear the wolves are in trouble, too. Look, don't tell Elaine.
They can't be in too much trouble or she'd know. I thought you were going to take me for a drink.
I am, but, Kate, something's come up. Something very important. You remember a couple of months ago, Bob Sewell was here visiting me. He said he always wanted to give me a job in his corporation, big computer outfit.
Vaguely.
Well, I didn't take him seriously, but apparently he was. They've offered me a job as head of their international legal department.
Oh, my. Do you want to do it?
Well, I think so. I mean, it's a pretty big job.
You are terrific.
Oh, well. Now, that's the good news. Now, the bad news. Their headquarters are in New York.
New York? My God, that's 3,000 miles from here.
They don't expect me to commute.
I know.
The rest of the good news is they're willing to pay me twice as much as I'm making right now.
Even so, New York. Twice as much?
With pension, profit sharing, company cars, stock options. They're very nice people.
I just don't know what to think. The idea of leaving here, I just don't know.
We're gonna have to decide. They want an answer by Friday.
Friday. This is Wednesday.
We'll decide.
What?
We'll decide.
Oh, Timmy. You've shrunk. Anyway, you, can't be Timmy. He's out of town. But if you're not Timmy, then who are you and what are you doing on my bed? Huh? You won't talk, huh? We have ways of making you talk.
Mom? Buddy?
Willie.
McGee!
Oh, Willie.
McGee!
Am I glad to see you? Selena, how was it being home?
Oh, it was great. And they loved the baby.
Then why?
They didn't want me to leave. But when the Venice thing came up, I kind of just figured that it was time for me to do something on my own.
Well, I'm very glad you did. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten a chance to see you.
Billy, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why did you stop writing to me?
I thought you stopped writing to me.
Maybe I did. I don't know. After the baby was born, I was just so busy I didn't have time to think of anything else. But you could have tried again.
I think maybe we both stopped writing to each other. Hey. You look great, McGee. Motherhood must really agree with you. Selena, I have to go out after dinner.
Sure.
It's just a date I've had for a long time. It's nothing heavy, it's just a girl I know.
Willie, it's okay. Listen, I'm not going anywhere. We'll have plenty of time.
I know what a big change it involves, Kate, but New York could be wonderful for us. And for Buddy, too.
I know. And the idea of a change in our lives right now sounds very tempting. When I was a kid, I wanted to live in New York more than any place in the world.
Oh, think of it, Kate. The museums, the theater, the Empire State Building,
Statue of Liberty,
the Brooklyn Bridge,
Bloomingdale's.
Bloomingdale's.
Never mind. Should we tell the kids about it?
Well, not till we're absolutely sure ourselves. There's no harm in calling the real estate broker. Just to find out how much the house is worth.
All right, I'll call. Just to find out what it's worth.
Hello. Hi. To what do I owe the honor of an off-hours visit?
Oh, I was just passing through.
Did, Willie send you?
No, why should he?
Well, we were just having a little trouble. Don't worry, it's nothing serious.
Did, Willie ever mention a girl named Selena McGee to you?
Uh-huh. He told me all about her. How she was gonna have a baby. She's living up north, right?
If our house is north from here, then that's where she is. She came back. Willie liked her a lot. Al?
Yeah?
Can I give you some advice, man to man?
Sure.
You better be extra nice to Willie while she's here.
Buddy, I appreciate your interest, but I'm not gonna play that game. Willie's a big boy.
Well, he's tall, if that's what you mean. Al's only 18, but boy, is she mature and very pretty. And another
Buddy, may I give you some dessert?
Sure. And her business is going great. She was written up in the paper. Big Al, it said. A diminutive girl with dynamic ideas.
Is this Dynamo the girl in the pictures you have in your room?
Yeah. That's her. Isn't she great?
Excuse me. I think I better be going. McGee, why don't you walk into the door?
Excuse me.
Show me. Buddy, I'm only going to say this once. Mind your own business. It's Willie's job to tell Selena what's to be told, and he's the one to decide when to tell her and what.
Buddy's just being a pest.
It's okay, Willie, really.
Yeah. Well, you get some sleep, and I got a lot of things planned for us tomorrow. We'll have lunch together. We'll go to dinner. We'll have a midnight snack.
Have fun, okay?
I'll stop by and see you in the morning.
You're gonna be late.
Willie seems to have painted himself into a corner.
I'll tell you what I told Buddy. It's not our business to meddle.
I made a simple declarative statement to my wife in the privacy of my kitchen. That's not meddling.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm pretty edgy. With Selena turning up, Buddy pulling her mean kid sister act, your job offer. Oh, Doug, the more I think about it, the more excited I get. Do you think Willie will come with us?
Well, why not? I never thought for a minute that he wouldn't.
Well, think for a minute.
I just assumed he would, but you're right. I mean, he's a grown-up now. He's a man with a job, a wonderful girl.
2 wonderful girls.
All things considered, he might be quite anxious to skip town.
Great, wasn't he?
It was okay. I'm not really into Paul Simon that much.
Well, that's funny. You were, when I bought the tickets.
So I changed my mind.
No, you didn't. You're mad because we didn't go to that yacht club party of yours tonight.
That's not true.
Oh, yes, it is, Alex. You were determined not to have a good time tonight. You wanted me to know how mad you were because we didn't go to the party so you could see how everybody loves your paper-thin peaches.
It's ridiculous.
No, but I'll tell you what is ridiculous. Is you're constantly pushing. You're pushing yourself and you're pushing me.
Come off of it, Willie. That's not the problem.
Okay, then what is it?
The problem isn't an it. It's a she.
What?
Selena McGee.
Buddy Lawrence and her big mouth, right?
This has nothing to do with Buddy.
And Selena has nothing to do with us. I mean, she's just somebody I used to know, that's all. Yeah, that's right. Oh, now you're gonna start pressing me about an old friend, is that it?
Look, Willie, if that's the way you feel, the pressure's off. Permanently.
Hey, Alex!
Selena?
Willie?
I'm back, McGee.
I'm so glad.
Hi.
I didn't know you were awake.
You look lovely standing there. So serene.
I feel serene anyway. I love the mornings here. The light in the trees.
Don't worry, darling. We'll find a place in New York with a view. You'll still wake up loving the morning, I promise.
I know. Really, I'm very excited about it. In fact, the real estate woman is coming this afternoon.
I love you, Kate.
You better. Don't you think we ought to tell the children?
You're a mind reader. I was just thinking the same thing.
I'll talk to Buddy this afternoon.
I'll talk to Willie. And to prove how much I love you, I am going to start the coffee.
Whoopee.
Willie?
He's not in there.
He's probably asleep.
Somewhere. I told you so.
Actually, nobody asked you.
His bike's here. And so is the guest house.
Good morning, sweet baby. Are you feeling better?
I know there was some instant coffee around here somewhere.
There's some herb tea in my bag. No, in here.
An all-natural blend of rose hips, orange peel, clove, and hibiscus flower. Why not?
Billy? I've been thinking. Maybe I should see if I can get my old job back at the health food restaurant.
What happened to Venice?
I think it'd be great. I'm just not sure if you'd like it. Besides, I don't have to go there. Maybe we should stay here, take an apartment.
An apartment?
Well, we don't need much. Just a couple of rooms. This would be perfect.
Yeah, except it might get a little crowded with Nancy and Timmy here, too.
I didn't think she's planning on staying. I mean, she's used to so much more space. Water's ready.
Oh, it's getting kind of late. Yeah, I better skip the tea.
Okay. Tomorrow, I will get up early and cook you a really fantastic breakfast, okay?
Well, that's a date.
Good morning, you creep.
Oh, now that's just lovely. What's it supposed to mean?
Don't play John Boy with me. I know what's going on.
Well, buddy, you may think you know what's going on, but you don't. So please make an effort not to turn my life into one of your favorite TV shows. And furthermore, would you just mind your own business?
And this is, of course, the kitchen.
Yes.
Easily modernized. It could be quite charming.
We think it has a certain charm, the way it is.
Well, I guess I've seen everything. And Mrs. Lawrence, my feeling is that you should list this house for at least $90,000.
Dollars? Nobody would pay that much for this house.
Mrs. Lawrence, you obviously don't know what's going on in California real estate. Also, you must consider your guest house as an income unit and, of course, the pool.
What pool? There's no pool.
You have a pool area. I really am astonished you haven't put one in. It would be so simple. All you have to do is cut down those trees and voila.
I can't imagine why we never thought of it. Voila.
Well, aside from those few oversights, the house seems to be in pretty good condition, considering. And the price I quoted seems quite right to me. Now, I have filled out these little papers.
Excuse me. Come in, Selena. Mrs. Kessler. Selena McGee.
Hello.
Now, I would like your husband to sign both these copies and get them right back to me. And I guarantee you, we can take this house off your hands in no time at all. Oh, Mrs. Lawrence, just a word of advice. In your next home, if you've seen one tree, you've seen them all. And a pool does up your selling price.
You mean ups yours?
I'll just let myself out.
Thank you, Mrs. Kessler. We'll keep in touch.
You're not really going to sell this house, are you?
Doug's been offered a wonderful job in New York.
And he's taking it?
We don't really know yet. We haven't even told Buddy and Willie yet.
Oh, Willie won't want to go. He really loves this
I'm
house.
sure Willie will come right out and tell us what he wants to do.
I'm sorry. It's really none of my business. I guess it just took me by surprise.
Did me too. Excuse me, Selena, I have some things to do. Is there anything you need?
No. No, thanks.
You owe me $4.80.
I do? For what?
For the cab I took home. You don't think I'm crazy enough to walk home at that time of night?
Oh, I think you're crazy enough to do just about anything.
Why, Willie Lawrence, you do say the sweetest things. Can we talk?
Well, sure we can talk. Where?
Yesterday you would have said, why don't you come into my dark room and we'll see what develops.
Well, why don't you come into my dark room and we will see what develops. Okay, I give up.
I didn't like what happened last night, and I thought we ought to talk about it. I knew you wouldn't call me.
Oh, what gave you that idea?
You arranged things so you didn't have to.
I don't think I like what you're getting at.
I didn't think you would.
All right, say it.
Okay. Selena McGee.
I think maybe we've talked enough.
Just one thing, Willie. All I can say is that I don't believe in sharing. If you have any intention of seeing me, and I hope you do, then you'll just have to tell her to ship out.
I beg your pardon. Now, listen a minute. I don't have to tell anybody anything until I am ready to, and that goes for Selena, and that goes for you. Now, I may have been wrong about that yacht club business yesterday, but I am not wrong now. You are pushing me, and I don't like it.
I am telling you how I feel, Willie, about myself. I don't want to be used. That may sound tough, but that's the way it is.
All right, Alex. Look, all I can tell you is that I was going to call you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yes, I am involved with Selena. I know I have to make a decision. I'm confused. It's not easy.
No one said it was.
are not replaceable. If you break one, that's it. You mix and match forever.
You're very materialistic, Mother.
I treasure what I'm used to, I guess. When that woman told me they could tear out the trees in the garden and put in a pool, I thought I'd strangle her.
What woman?
From the real estate company.
Real estate company?
Well, I was going to tell you tonight anyway. Daddy's been offered a new job. A very important one. For a company in New York.
New York?
Mm-hmm.
We might have to move there? Boy, New York. It's supposed to be the most exciting city in the world. They've got everything. And there's snow. Christmas must be super in a cold place.
I knew you'd take it like this. Must be nice to be young and flexible.
Yeah. Listen, Mom. I'm glad about Dad and everything. But I think there's something you ought to know. You're gonna have to pick me up and carry me to get me out of this house because I'm not going.
What are you doing? I was looking at that tree. You know, your grandfather planted that tree when I was 5 years old.
Yeah. I always like that idea. I think that's a nice present to give a kid.
That's some of the happiest times of my life were spent around here, around the yard. Oh, some bad times, too. Do you remember the time that you crawled through the back hedge? You were 2 blocks away before we found you.
Sure, I remember that. I was 3 years old. I was scared out of my wits by the time I made it to the street. Okay, what's up, Dad?
I was going to talk to you about it tonight.
Well, how about now?
I have been offered a wonderful job. Something brand new for me. Heading up the international legal department of a company in New York.
New York?
That could be a big move for me. Dynamic company. They're going to pay me a lot of money.
Congratulations. Certainly would solve a couple of problems I'm having.
Ah, Selena and Alexandra.
I don't have a deadline. I was given an ultimatum. Alex does not go for polygamy.
Do you?
No, I don't.
It really shook you up, didn't it? I mean, you know, Selena coming back.
Dad, Selena is so sweet. I feel so good when I'm around her.
And Alex, she's rough on you. Well, I guess it comes down to a question of challenges.
I don't understand.
I mean, you can say to yourself, well, I'll start something new. I'll drop Alex. I'll have a new relationship with Selena. That's a real challenge. I'm beginning to think maybe sticking with what's familiar, making that work for you. Maybe harder.
Wait a minute. I see what you mean. But I still don't know what to do.
To tell you the truth, neither do I.
I heard your car a while ago. Where were you?
Upstairs, thinking. Kate?
Doug.
Oh, you first.
We can't go. I can't leave here. This is our home. I love it. I don't want to be anywhere else.
I know. I don't want to go either.
I'm sorry, Doug. I just can't do it. What did you say?
I don't want to do it either.
Oh.
You never really wanted to go, did you?
Oh, I did so for about 5 minutes. Bloomingdale sounds so great.
Bloomingdale's?
Never mind. Thank you, darling.
Hi.
I'm so happy to see you.
How is she?
She's fine. Her fever's all gone. She's as happy as a lark. Did you have a nice day?
No, not very.
What happened?
Well, it's never nice when you have to face the fact that you're a crumb. Come here. So. Listen, I haven't exactly been straight with you.
Willie.
No, something I have to say to you. That girl that I took out, she's Alexandra. She's not just a casual friend. We're sort of having a bad time right now.
I'm not dumb, Willie. And even if I was, Buddy made it really clear that you and that girl were more than friends.
Why did you let me come?
All's fair, Willie. Besides, you're not the only one who wasn't being straight.
Wait. You don't owe me any explanations.
Yes, I do. Remember when I told you that things were just great at home? Wrong. Things were awful. My mother and my father were so ashamed of me that they couldn't even look at me. And worse than that, they were ashamed of Jenny. We sat there each day, nobody saying anything. Well, I remembered the Gilberts. I called them in Venice. They said, sure, come on. And so the next morning I left. I was scared to death.
Selena.
Listen, I didn't end up here by accident. As I got closer to Venice, I got more and more panicky. I guess I wanted, for just once in my life, to be someplace where I knew that I'd feel safe. And I wanted that for Jenny, too. Can you imagine what your home and your family seemed like to me? And I remembered how we felt about each other when we met. And I came here deliberately, Willie. I wanted to make you feel that way again.
Well, baby, it worked.
For me, too.
It's a funny thing, huh? We just can't seem to get rid of each other. I want you to stay here.
I want to more than anything in the whole world. But I'm not going to. We have to settle things away from each other. I do anyway. I have to know that it's really you that I want, not the security of your family. And I have to come to you, a real person, with more to offer than just my needs.
Yeah, I think you're right. I've got some things to work out, too. Mickey, you are something else.
I mean, I'm really sorry, and it won't happen
Oh,
again.
buddy, please. If you apologize one more time, you're going to be wearing that lampshade.
I don't get it. One of your favorite pastimes is listening to me say I'm sorry. It wasn't so bad seeing you after all.
Thanks.
Ever tactful. Listen, buddy, why don't you take Jenny and go out for a walk?
She can't walk.
Well, why don't you just get lost then, huh?
Don't worry, I'm a good babysitter. Even for you.
It's okay. It's for you. Open it.
Oh.
I knew you liked it. And who knows, you might need it sometime. You can call it a magic messenger. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. You've got a friend, McGee.
Thank you, Willie.